Attention, Madridista Nation, what you're about to witness isn't just a compilation of news. It's the map of a quiet revolution. A perfect storm brewing in the corridors of the Santiago Bernabeu that will define Real Madrid's destiny for the next decade. And as if that weren't enough, the Premier League, with its infinite coffers, is already circling one of our most cherished jewels, sniffing out an opportunity amidst the chaos. The atmosphere at Valdebebas is electric, tense, ready to explode. In this comprehensive dossier, we'll unravel every detail, but first, I want to provoke you with a strategic question. Imagine you're Florentino Perez. You see one of the best goalkeepers in the world, Gianluigi Donnarumma, being humiliated at PSG. Would you pay a fortune now to get him immediately, or would you play a game of patience, leaving him frozen for a year so he could come for free? Proving your desire to wear the white jersey, share your presidential decision in the comments. If you feel the white blood coursing through your veins, this is your moment. Smash that like button, subscribe now, and hit that notification bell, because what we're about to reveal is pure nitroglycerin. Now take a deep breath, because the show of power, strategy, and drama is about to begin. When Jose Mourinho's name comes up, the transfer market is in turmoil. The special one, now in charge of Fenerbahce, thought he could use his influence to pull off a masterstroke, bringing Andre Lunin to Turkey. The offer, revealed firsthand by transfer expert Samet Kayır, wasn't just an inquiry, it was a formal, audacious proposal that put on the table a direct exchange for Croatian national team player Dominik Livakovic. A high-profile exchange, enticing for any ordinary club, but Real Madrid is no ordinary club. Valdebebas' answer was more than a no, it was a declaration of principles. The era of pragmatic business dealings, based solely on resumes, is over. Under the new philosophy, those who wear the Marine jersey need more than talent, they need soul, history, and loyalty forged in fire. Mourinho hadn't counted on this new ideological stronghold. Lunin is no longer a supporting player, he's the unlikely hero of the 2023-24 season. The man who stepped up to the plate when the tightened the boat Courtois fell. His stats are impressive: 21 games, 10 of them clean sheets, but his importance transcends statistics. At 26 years old, with a recently renewed contract until 2028, Lunin is the embodiment of resilience. He's a strategic asset, a luxury life insurance policy, and living proof that patience and hard work pay off. Mourinho, the strategist that he is, got the message and backed down. Fenerbahce is now looking for other targets because it's become clear that Lunin's door isn't just closed. It's locked and guarded by a club that has once again come to value those who prove themselves in the most difficult moments. Lunin is no longer a plan B. He is the future, and that future isn't for sale. Madridistas, forget everything you thought about the role of a center back. What we witnessed in the friendly against WSG Tirol wasn't just a preseason test. It was the manifestation of a new paradigm. Dean Huijsen, the 20-year-old prodigy, didn't just play. He redefined what it means to initiate play from the back. With the irreplaceable Toni Kroos retiring, the question that lingered was, who will have the courage and precision to be the team's first architect? The answer, surprisingly, came from the backline. During his 77 minutes on the field, Huijsen was the team's center of gravity. He had 120 touches, a figure befitting an elite midfielder, surpassing all other players. Of his 111 passes, a 93.7% completion rate demonstrates his accuracy. But the cold numbers don't capture the essence of his performance. We're talking about long, guided passes that tore through the opposing defense like a scalpel, finding Arda Güler and Kylian Mbappe with the panoramic vision and calm of a 30-year veteran. This isn't an isolated incident. At the Club World Cup, he had already shown signs of his potential, topping the statistics for successful vertical passes. Now, under the tutelage of Xabi Alonso, a master of the art of distributing the play, Huijsen is being molded into more than a defender. He's a constructor, the team's first playmaker. His role isn't just to break down plays, but to create universes of possibilities with a single pass. In the cauldron of the Bernabeu, where pressure pulverizes young talents, the boy with dual nationality, Dutch and Spanish, displays a frightening calm. But while a new pillar rises with such strength, the board prepares to demolish two pillars that have supported the club for years. The next news reveals a drastic decision that will mark the end of an era for two idols. That's right, you read it. No sentimentality, no attachment to the past. Real Madrid, in its relentless pursuit of excellence, has activated merciless mode. The decision was made and communicated behind the scenes. Antonio Rudiger and David Alaba will not have their contracts, which expire in June 2026, renewed. The cycle of two of the most iconic defenders in the club's recent history has an end date. The glories, the titles, and the leadership in the dressing room will be eternally grateful. But the future asks no permission. The information, confirmed by the respected newspaper Diario AS, signals a tectonic shift in the club's defensive policy. The strategy is clear: make room for the new generation. With the meteoric rise of Dean Huijsen, the consolidation of names like Trent Alexander-Arnold and Alvaro Carreras, and the explosive potential of academy players like Diego Aguado and Jesus Fortea, the board understands that renewal is not an option, but an obligation. Rodrygo, the German warrior, a symbol of race and intimidation, will continue to be an important player this season, locked in an intense battle for a starting spot with Eder Militao. However, the message is clear: he's part of the present, but not the long-term project. Alaba's situation is even more delicate. The Austrian star, who arrived with versatile star status, has been ravaged by injuries that have undermined his consistency. His improvisation in midfield during friendlies is a clear sign that he has lost his vital defensive space. The player who once terrorized opponents is now struggling to regain his prominence. While the football world is abuzz with speculation, Real Madrid operates in the shadows with the coolness of a chess master. And the name whispered in the corridors of Valdebebas is Gianluigi Donnarumma, the European Cup-winning goalkeeper. Just 26 years old, lives a paradox. He was discarded by Luis Enrique at PSG. But his talent is unquestionable. Any club would rush to rescue him, but Real Madrid is no ordinary club. The Merengues' plan is audacious, calculated, and borders on cruelty. According to information from the English website Caught Offside, the board has already defined its strategy. There will be no auction, no million-dollar offers. Donnarumma will only step foot in the Bernabeu if he accepts Madrid's terms. And what are they? Sign a pre-contract in January 2026 to arrive for free in July of the same year. Until then, he will have to endure the bench in Paris, watching Lucas Chevalier take his place. It's an agonizing wait, a litmus test for his ambition. The message is clear: to wear the heaviest jersey on the planet, he must prove that his desire for the badge outweighs his desperation. Manchester City even flirted with the idea of paying a transfer fee, but made the deal conditional on Ederson's sale to Galatasaray, something that was promptly rejected. The outlook remains unclear, and it is precisely in this realm that Real Madrid thrives. Using time and brand power as their weapons, Donnarumma, with his astronomical salary of €12.7 million per year, has few viable alternatives. Real Madrid knows this and plays to this advantage internally. The strategy is to prepare the successor to Thibaut Courtois, who, at 33, is approaching the final stages of his high-level career. Donnarumma, with his impressive 47 appearances and 27 clean sheets last season, is the ideal heir. But he will only be crowned if he accepts the path of sacrifice. The offer is on the table, not in cash, but in future glory. The decision now rests entirely with the goalkeeper. Will he accept nearly a year of purgatory to reach the paradise of the Bernabeu? Or will he seek a financial shortcut with a less prestigious project? And you, Madrid fan, what do you do? Would you risk this long wait for Donnarumma, or would you fully trust the Courtois and Lunin duo? Your opinion is crucial. Comment now, as this saga is only in its first chapter. It was 9:58 a.m. in Valdebebas. The training session under Xabi Alonso's leadership had already begun, with the intensity and precision that characterize his tenure, but someone was missing. Rodrygo goes. Rayo arrived 12 minutes late, a slip-up. That, in another era, might have been overlooked. In the Alonso era, it became a serious incident. The consequences were immediate and severe: a financial fine and a palpable sense of unease that reverberated from the coaching staff to the board. The incident, reported by the Defensa Central website, is more than just a punishment. It's a warning sign. It wasn't the first such error this season. Dani Ceballos was also sanctioned, but Rodrygo's situation is completely different. The Brazilian striker lives in the market spotlight, with giants like Manchester City, Arsenal, and Liverpool monitoring his every move. This slip-up, however small it may seem, was like pouring gasoline on a fire of speculation. Sources within the club assure that Xabi Alonso's reaction was one of profound dissatisfaction. The new coach's mandate is inflexible. Discipline is the non-negotiable pillar of his project. In a moment of tactical and mental restructuring, he demands 100% focus and commitment from everyone, without exception. Rodrygo's delay was interpreted not only as a failure, but as a possible sign of disconnection. With 270 appearances and 68 goals, Rodrygo has a track record of service, but at Real Madrid, the past is no safe passage to the present. Patience has its limits, and meanwhile, behind the scenes, the phones are already ringing. Guardiola watches, Arteta prepares, and Liverpool's board analyzes the situation. Rayo's future at the Bernabeu has never been so uncertain. Madridistas, what we've just dissected is a portrait of a club in full and relentless metamorphosis. A young defender reborn as the team's new brain. To defensive giants who see their glorious run come to an unceremonious end, leave your analysis in the comments. We want to feel the heat of the Madridista nation. And of course, if you lived every second of this dossier with the passion that only a Real Madrid fan understands, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on all notifications. Because here, the analysis is in depth and the truth is told bluntly. Real Madrid is a giant because its fans are relentless in their demand for glory. History continues to be written with sweat, discipline, and an insatiable desire to win. Hala Madrid, why not Amaz?